Yo, what's up, sleepers? It's your boy Eddbedhead here in the Sleeping Cinema, and today I have with me...
Bread stab.
Who else do we have with us?
The what stab?
Bread stab. You know that nickname you guys
They
gave
both
me?
said it at the same time, Otacon stab.
Yeah. And then we have Sen over there, you know, the guy who doesn't wash his face. No, I'm kidding.
There will be timestamps in the description
bro,
for
outside,
you,
bro. I'm
bro.
tired of your shit, bro.
if you want to skip ahead to that. But for now, let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite concessions. So how's y'all's week been?
It's been good. I got my phone.
Oh,
Yeah, his phone is pretty nice. It's the
It's
same
not
phone,
nice.
just different
Don't
color.
encourage
Apparently they're on back order till the end of October.
Like I said,
/
his
November.
phone is nice.
So I lucked out.
But it's the same phone, you know.
I like it.
Yeah, I
That's
like it too.
consumerism,
I like
bro.
how clean it looks. I will agree that the iPhones look cleaner than any Android out there.
And
Maybe you gotta
they
wipe your
retain their
screen.
value still after.
Well, that's because everyone shits on Android for no reason.
Actually, Galaxy retains their
I mean,
value
that has
pretty
a
well.
much higher latency whenever you try to
play rhythm games? Is that what you do?
when you scroll past. Like it has a slight delay that I'm noticing compared to an Android.
It doesn't, bro.
To me, it feels like it has a slight delay, dude.
Anyway,
You're
besides
gaslighting
our
yourself.
Apple versus Android war,
anyways,
what else have you guys been up to?
I just been playing some games, I guess. Tried out that Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, we all tried the
Beta?
beta.
That was
Which
fun.
what was everyone's opinion? I want to hear
had more
feedback.
fun when I was not playing with Aleksey.
Oh, why's that?
Because I can actually have time to customize my shit and actually figure the
Bro,
game
you're
out.
the
and-
only person who was rushing through everything. I was like, hold on, let me customize
That's
real
true. You
quick.
kept backing
And then
out.
you're
with-
like-
Yeah, because you guys kept fucking shitting on me for trying to customize my gun, and I was
Who
like,
was
okay, well,
shitting on
fuck
you?
you
No
guys.
one
I'm not gonna let you
shitted on
customize
you.
shit.
You
What
were
are
too
we
low level to
talking
customize to begin
about,
with.
bro?
Yeah, that was the issue.
Yeah, so when the game comes out, I'm not playing with any of y'all.
What do you mean we're playing as a squad?
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I also
and I'm buying it on
played it with
You're
another
buying it on
friend from
PC?
Discord
Yeah.
as well. So I had a
Crossplay.
good time there.
You didn't even join us when we asked you to play.
And
Aleksey.
no, that's because I was one of my friends from Discord said, let me try the game out because I just got
Yeah,
the
it's a
beta
fun
as
game.
well.
I don't know how long I'll play it because it doesn't seem like it's got a very
No,
long
I definitely want to play the
lifespan.
story, so I'm going to be getting
Yeah,
it.
I want the story more. I feel like the story would be really
I'm
fun to play.
interested in.
And I
Price
also
looks
played some
stupid.
Rocket League with you guys, and I've gotten significantly better playing with you guys as well. So
I don't
that
even
is also
remember
nice.
what plays you do in the game.
For which
So
one?
I'm having a lot more fun playing Rocket League now
I know.
that you guys play as well.
My
It's
God,
more
I can't-
fun.
I don't think I ever remembered seeing Aleksey score a goal. Now that I think about it.
Oh damn!
That's
I don't
because
remember
whenever we
seeing-
pair up with you, the person who's played in tournaments,
I
we
never
always
played
get
tournaments.
we always get paired up with like these pro level players.
We really
But
do,
then when
Jesus,
we
I can't
play
even lie.
with it just by ourselves,
Yeah.
we get paired up with equally skilled people and we show them who's boss.
I've never played tournaments.
I'm sorry that you are in denial.
about
That-
playing tournaments
It's
that I've
so
never
weird
been
though,
in.
like getting Scott to hop on the Xbox to actually play with him because he's
It's
just,
also nice to see Scott play more games with us as well. Like,
that's the only other game.
What do
he
you mean
has.
by
But he
Yeah.
only has like 2 games.
but it's still nice to see him out there. Like he's
He has
putting
Fortnite
himself out
downloaded
there
again.
more, so
And
that's
we
also
try to
nice.
convince him to get Fall Guys.
He said
Did
he
he get
might
it?
do it. He
I
might.
I don't know.
It's a free game.
It's a free game.
So he might do it.
And
He's gotta get
Fall
Dead
Guys
by
Season
Daylight.
5 is actually free on the
It's free on everything, isn't it?
no Season 5. Is
Oh, the
free.
Battle Pass?
Yeah, the Battle Pass. It's free right now.
For what?
If you get it
Fortnite?
on no Fall Guys.
Oh.
If you get it on the computer, whatever.
Oh, Epic Store.
Epic Store, yeah.
Oh well.
Oh.
can't
Well,
do
I already
that.
have the game. So.
Yeah, I already have it too.
There's
You
that
guys
fly.
might see me swing at
you might
something,
see a
it's
fly flying
Yeah,
on
I'm gonna
screen.
probably swing at it once or twice if it gets near
It's
me.
because
so,
Alexa
It's
stinks.
a big old fly too. Where's your?
I don't know
iguana,
how
bro?
it keeps
Where
evading
the
me.
what?
I've been trying to get this thing for a week now.
Where's your lizard, bro? He would eat it.
Lizards.
I've been trying to kill this thing
He
for a
tries
week.
to eat flies sometimes, but they're too fast.
Why don't you get your spider out and just
For
like
real?
toss
Yeah,
it
bro.
at
Why
him?
don't you get a
Shit,
spider?
can I
out,
let the
bro?
spider out? Let it
Bro,
crawl
I will
around?
box you guys and bring out a spider, okay? Seriously. I will not hold back.
But
that
it'll,
much.
it'll
Oh,
take care
yeah,
of the
I
bug
forgot.
problem.
I will swing at you guys.
Alexi, we should move. We should all move to Australia, bro.
Fuck that. That country needs to burn.
Australia is
No.
not a real place.
Yeah, Australia doesn't exist.
You know, we're having when we went out to breakfast this morning. Scott's like, there's only 2 places he's moving to. He said Canada or Australia.
Wow,
I'm
both
like, why are you
places.
gonna move to Australia? There's nothing over there.
Yeah.
Like he was like, that's why it'd be like a good place to. There's that big fly. It'd be a good place to like to have land. I'm like, bro, you're just gonna die.
Land, he's just gonna have sand.
New Beginnings. I went there.
How was it?
Tasted good.
Tasted good? How
Yeah.
New
good?
beginnings.
It's the restaurant down the street.
What do you
from
rate it?
An 8.5.
8 and a
There's a
half.
restaurant down the street from this house.
Yes.
New
it's a
beginnings.
breakfast place.
Yeah, and we had the conversation when we were playing Rocket League, which you were not there for.
Yeah, you didn't want to
And
join
then
us
you
for
then
it.
you fucking come into chat. You're like, "What are you guys talking about?"
Well,
you fucking
see,
mentioned it in
after
chat.
I played my game with my friend. I just went straight to bed.
No, it
No,
was
I'm
this
talking
morning.
about this morning
Yeah.
when you said, "Are we still on for New Beginnings at 10
Oh yeah,
a.m.?"
no, I wasn't down for that, bro.
Yeah, and like, well,
Why
bro,
would
we
you
didn't
ask,
ask
like, bro,
you, bro.
what are you talking about?
That's
Why
too
am I-
early,
I
bro.
don't remember that, bro.
I
Bro,
was
you
like,
have it on the
don't
chat.
You
remember
weren't
it.
there.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
No, I was trying to practice getting like 5 hours of sleep, but every time I get up at like 5 a.m., I go back to bed.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a bad habit right now.
Yeah, you have to break that tomorrow.
I
Tomorrow.
I haven't been doing a good job with that.
Don't worry.
I've been trying all week to wake up at 5, but I just find myself going back to sleep and waking up at like 10 or 11. It's like,
It's
fuck.
funny. It's gonna be funny when he gets fired on his first day.
He's not gonna get fired. He's
No,
just
I'm
gonna
not
be
going
really
to get fired because the
sleepy,
first
though.
day is just orientation.
You're gonna be really sleepy though. I can
You're
tell you
watching
that.
Miss Orientation.
I think your orientation's at 9, I believe.
No, I'm just going to become addicted to caffeine.
That's what all of us have been doing, yeah.
Well, I only drink a can at
I'm going
least.
to have withdrawal.
But you have coffee too.
Yeah, either coffee or a can.
That's still caffeine.
No, but it's one or the other. I don't drink a
No, he
lot of it.
doesn't
You know,
believe
I'm assuming
that.
when he means addicted, I mean like 3-4 cans a day.
Oh. You were just talking about how you had 4 cups this morning.
You did, you fucking idiot.
I was so tired this morning when I woke up. I was like, oh, I forgot I'm doing breakfast. That sounds so good. I'm so tired.
I just been doing some rating this week, and I also went shopping. That's why I'm wearing some new clothes I bought.
Bro was looking hella fancy yesterday, and he's looking hella fancy today.
I know. He was
I
supposed
need
to
to
hop
learn
on
how to
Rocket
dress
League with
from
us,
you guys
though.
because I can't dress for shit.
He was just
Even
like,
when I keep telling you, like, bro, are you gonna change? And you're like, no, I'm just gonna wear this.
Yeah.
So you refuse to change.
no, but he's talking
Like
about going
yesterday, I went
shopping
like-
to buy clothes. With
Like,
He got carded yesterday apparently because he was.
Yeah.
for what?
For the movie that we have to see.
Oh no! I mean, they carded in T-shirt.
They didn't card me.
No,
Well,
they carded me.
No, they just when we pulled out to the thing, they're like, we need one of you guys to take your ID out so we can see at least one of y'all 21.
Well, MT
I was
that
by
makes
myself,
sense.
though.
Yeah, Alexi, it does not make sense if you look
I
at
had
him.
this facial hair, bro.
But were you wearing your
still
Snorlax?
looking
Yes, he was wearing
shy.
the
That's
fucking
why.
lazy.
I was wearing my Snorlax and my slippers.
They were like, this guy's got to be a kid to be wearing this.
I say if I would have went by myself, I probably would have just got it too. I would have never been carded.
So with that, let's take our seats and let's get into these
Take your
trailers.
seat. Bitch.
Any new
Yeah,
movies,
I'm
TV,
sitting
any new movies, TV shows, or video games y'all looking forward to?
Near Automata on Switch comes out
That's pretty
soon.
cool.
Yeah, I don't care.
New COD, bro. Looking forward to new COD.
I guess
Yeah, new COD.
I'm warming up to the idea of getting it.
I'm warming up to I don't care about the actual multiplayer aspect of this, so it's the story that I really want this time.
I also want to see. I actually want to buy the new
fucking
Pokemon
marry
game
the
too.
story
New
already.
Pokemon.
Bro, why
What
you
about new
always, like,
zombies?
saying
Are
this
they
shit
gonna
now?
have new
Calm down,
zombies?
jeez.
No,
You're playing the fucking
MW2 never had
half-baked,
zombies.
like
It's
secondary
a different
story.
kind of mode they add to it.
But
Zombies
you
were
could
never.
you could have
Okay.
played the original like Black
No.
Ops series. That has a way better story than
Well,
this
I'm
one.
sorry that I didn't play them back then.
I know,
Let me
you-
have what I got now,
They're
okay?
still good. You
All
could
right,
go
let's
back
let's look at the first trailer.
Too bad you can't play on any other console unless you're playing on,
on PC. Yeah.
Yeah, no, well
Play
that
on
sucks.
PC.
I
Alright,
can't play
anyways,
anything
moving
else.
on.
You could get it for like $1.
Knock at the cabin plot. While vacationing, a girl and her parents are taken hostage by armed strangers who demand that the family make a choice to avert the apocalypse. Releases February 3rd of 2023.
I don't know why people still think M. Night Shyamalan's name is a good thing to put in the credits as like the big the trailer started with M. Night Shyamalan, and that just made me not want to watch the
50-50
movie.
chance.
Well, it's like coin flip. Yeah, it's a coin flip.
Like, you're either gonna hate it or you're either gonna love it.
Whenever I think of M. Night Shyamalan, I think of that fucking movie where the aliens are allergic to water.
I think of The Last Airbender.
Yes.
That makes
That
me
too,
sad.
yeah.
That makes me
Like
cry
Split
inside.
was good, but
Old was okay. Old was good.
I liked
I
Old
didn't.
too.
I didn't. Oh, was it?
Yeah, and I also like Glass as well.
Oh,
Split was
yeah, I
pretty good.
remember that.
I'll
Split
agree.
was
I don't know
good.
Well, like we said, it's
I didn't love the that split like ended up being like
Superpowers.
a sequel to some movie
Oh.
a billion years ago.
Yeah.
Was it?
And then,
Yeah, it was a sequel.
And then they had a sequel, which is Mr. Glass.
yeah.
No, it's just called Glass.
The
not
Avengers
Glass.
of fucking
Oh, right, the character's name was
weirdos.
Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, M. Night Shyamalan, what do you guys think of his new trailer for this movie? Knock at the Cabin.
I liked it.
It looked pretty entertaining.
The cast list is pretty impressive.
Oh
so
my god, you and
I'll
your
give it that.
cast list.
Well, look, that when I don't know what to base a movie off of, I base it off of the cast.
How about
Yeah,
you
we
watch
got
the trailer?
Rupert back. What was his name? Rupert what?
Rupert Grint.
Rupert Grint is back. He's
The guy-
back.
The guy who played
So
Harry
that's
Potter,
awesome
right?
to see.
Yeah,
Like, you haven't
Ronald
seen him in any
Weasley.
movies. At least I haven't seen him in any movies since Harry Potter. So
When I first saw the screenshot of it, I thought it was what is his name? The singer Ed Sheeran.
Sheeran.
Oh, that's what I
Did you
thought
say
too.
she ran?
Sheeran. I don't know.
Ed
Sheeran, whatever. Ginger singer.
Yep.
Ginger singer who sings songs.
Yep.
I thought it was him.
Terrible songs.
You don't like his songs? I like his
Fucking hate
songs.
Ed Sheeran.
What? Why?
He makes terrible music.
Come on, bro. He makes good
He
music.
actually, I will admit, like every time I hear one of his songs, it's actually
Shape
pretty
of
good.
You, literally the most annoying thing.
Except for his basic.
And then his music video for that, he looks so bad.
Wow, you
see,
don't like
that's where you
Trade,
lose me,
you
bro.
don't
I
like
watch his
Ed.
music
I hate
videos.
Trade.
I don't like
don't-
the way Dave Bautista looks in a in that shirt.
Yeah, in
In
a
a
collared
button-up
shirt. It's
shirt.
so weird to see him in a collared
He
shirt like
doesn't
that.
look. He doesn't look human.
He does
He
not.
looks like he looks like a
You're
monster, bro.
literally
He's
body-
too
You're
big.
literally body shaming him. bro. What
I'm
the
sorry,
fuck
but
is
then he
wrong with
looks
you
too
guys?
big, bro.
Fine.
Does
He does not
does
look-
this
he looks
director
like a
use like some of
dad.
the same cast?
He
That's
looks
the
like a
question I
dad.
got.
He looks like
That's
he's
deformed.
pretending to be a dad.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, you guys are just straight
What-
body shaming this man.
Body shame, body shame,
Bro,
body
I would
shame.
love
We
to
body
have his
shame
body
on the
shape.
podcast.
I would
dude.
love to be as buff as him.
If you got the body of
I'm not
him,
shaming that, but
I'm
he looks
shaming
fucking
you
weird in
right
that shirt.
now.
Wow.
For shame. Unsubscribe if you have his body
Unsubscribe?
right now. It's got to be exactly the same body though. You got to have a huge wrestler body.
Trying to see what other movies.
If you do have that body, why are you even listening to us?
to be honest,
Don't you have better things to do like lift weights?
like The Rock.
You could do both. That's what podcasts are for.
That'd be such a funny thing to imagine, just listening to us while you're doing your biggest set that you've done trying to push your limits.
Then you get the Howie Mandel what's
Prolapse
the
anus.
prolapse anus.
Oh no! Get a prolapse anus from lifting too hard, bro.
You're not allowed.
You're clenching
to be
the
shocked by
cheeks
this.
too hard.
It's-
After that, we got Bardo. Plot follows a renowned Mexican journalist and documentary filmmaker who returns home and works through an existential crisis as he grapples with his identity, familial relationships, the folly of his memories. Releases December 16 of 2022. This is the
don't
one
know
we.
what-
There's a
for
lot of
this movie.
there's a lot of cool camera
Yeah,
shots.
the camera shots make it look like everyone's on acid.
And it looks cool aesthetically. I just don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
yet.
it's hard to it's hard to follow a coherent story in this
Yeah.
trailer because
But I haven't seen Birdman or his other renowned movie. But he has the director apparently has a good track record.
Okay, well, hopefully this one's good because I didn't really understand what was going on from the trailer.
I don't.
There was Civil War guys, and there was
I'm assuming that was
I
a
don't remember what else.
reenactment, though.
Yeah, reenactment. They follow him to the airport. It's interesting trailers.
cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. People were falling over for some reason. So maybe this is all
At
in his
first I
head.
thought it was like the Spanish flu or some shit. But I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's not much to say about this one. It's
We'll just
a little
have to
confusing.
wait on news.
Yeah, we'll have to wait until December.
Maybe Bad Bunny will play a Mexican guy in this one.
That'd be cool. I'll watch it for Bad Bunny.
After that, we got Strange World plot. The legendary Clads are a family of
can skip this
explorers whose difference threaten to topple their latest and most crucial mission. Releases
Why are you
November
trying to
23rd,
skip it so badly,
2022.
bro?
I have no.
Like I said before, I'm getting up vibes from this movie.
It just looks like I don't know.
Boring?
Brain numbing. Like it's something you can watch that will distract your eyes for a couple hours.
That's probably what they're aiming for. They're not aiming for it to be.
I don't really
success or
see anything cool or
This also gives
of
me
value.
Yeah, there's nothing
This also
too
gives
good.
me Lightyear vibes, and we know how much of a flop. that
And
was, so.
one of the taglines was like 3 generations of like fucking dudes in the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing it's another like family drama story
Family
disguised in
bonding.
this
Un mundo
in this
extraño.
fucking basically isekai.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah.
Looks like they were doing a tech demo test with this movie
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't
new
know.
aliens.
I don't think it's all that interesting so far.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to see how far they could go with the
then
animation engine.
Then they
used.
obviously add in the tropey little sidekick character with the fucking blob thing.
The little cute.
You talking about Splat, bro?
Was it Splat?
Splat?
Oh,
Splat's
The
my
iconic
homie, bro.
character, the
No,
classic
Splat
Claire.
is the new character
The
in this
classic
movie.
character.
The
Splat.
blue.
there's a
The blue Splat.
there's
Right here.
a game called
Splat.
Look at
Dude,
Splat, bro.
Blob for the Wii. I don't know if you guys know about it. It's the same thing.
That's such a random
It reminds me
reference.
of this. So.
Freak.
Blob from the Wii. Hey, y'all
Wait,
heard
what
of the blob
Blob?
from the Wii?
Oh, Dublob? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that game, yeah.
The blob.
The Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
They had a sequel too.
The
Yeah, I
blob
know,
too.
I know.
More.
It's very French.
It's blobbing time.
It's a very French game.
Did he say it's blobbing time?
He can't speak, I don't think.
He can't. Yeah, he
He
can't.
can, bro. I heard him say it.
It's
Facts.
yeah.
I was there.
Oh,
Oh, I remember that.
I played that.
It looks just like Aleksey.
For
It
real?
does. Bro.
Right, actually, now it looks like a mobile game now.
They-
It looks like
does.
Katamari Damacy.
why they released it for the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
Yo,
recently.
re-release. Let's go. We all gotta download it.
If it's free,
Single
For the
player.
Switch?
Yeah.
For real? Single player.
it's right here. See?
And lastly, we got Hellraiser plot, a take on Clive Barker's 1987 horror classic where a young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box unaware that its purpose is to summon the Cenobites. Releases October 7th of 2022.
Why is it always the?
He looks bad.
Yeah,
The
this
Hellraiser?
this
He
looks
straight up
like
looks
shit.
bad.
This looks like shit.
I thought they ended this franchise like 1980s, but I
How
guess
hard is it to just do the same shit? Like
they try to improve upon it, but they make it worse every time.
Yeah,
That's
the CG.
downside
It's
of-
clearly a CGI fucking
unlike in the
goblin.
originals where it was all prosthetic.
And that looks like one of those free Photoshop like AI beings.
It does. It really
that
does.
also looks like,
Like a stock
what is it,
image.
Prometheus?
I
You know the
never
Aliens
watched
movie?
that piece of shit.
You know the Aliens movie Prometheus? It looks like one of the aliens from that.
It just looks bad.
Yeah, it literally
the
looks like a
Prometheus
stock
channel.
image.
Just in general, it just looks
Prometheus.
Yeah,
bad.
Prometheus. It's spelled out exactly as it sounds.
He doesn't know what Prometheus.
Pro who?
I'm
just-
probably spelling it wrong.
Ain't that the dude who
Just forget it, bro. Who needs to see these
Right, we don't
fucking-
need to see Prometheus.
Rude.
Fuck
People can
Prometheus.
look it up.
I get it, bro. He brought fire to the humans. I know my Greek lore.
What?
Greek lore.
Oh yeah.
He
Prometheus.
doesn't know what that is. Why?
Yeah.
Why'd you bring this
He
up?
doesn't read Percy Jackson. Persona 5 Royale.
That's coming to Switch, so that's cool,
Whoa.
Bro, look at this character. He look badass.
That's- what the fuck is that? It's a statue guy. We're looking at a statue.
I guess. It looks
looking guy.
really bad.
Yeah, this looks shit.
Yeah, who dropped the ball on this one? But we'll see. Maybe there will be
It might be
some
surprising.
fans who
Although
like it.
it won't be a. I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near as good as their last.
Just play
movie.
Hellraiser. Just play as Hellraiser in Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
It's
just do
better.
that.
Yeah, there we go. There's your new Hellraiser movie.
What does he look like?
It'll probably make a better movie than the actual
What does he
movie.
look like? Actually, I forgot.
And all right. So moving on from that, what were your guys' thoughts before going into Don't Worry,
I was-
Darling?
All I remember is just the drama.
Wait, he does look good in Hellraiser. Dead by Daylight.
I remember
Sorry,
the drama with Olivia Wilde, where some actors didn't like each other or
Oh,
some
dude, I
shit.
didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Olivia, I don't know.
I think
I
Olivia
forget-
B.
I
Wilding,
completely-
you could
Yeah.
say.
and her
You
one
could
of
say that,
her
all right.
and one of her quotes was like, "There's no good sex scenes in movies, so
There
I'm gonna-
wasn't.
I
I'm gonna
forgot
make
about this movie, to be
some.
honest. Before going, it's like I forgot this
I
movie.
remember
even
the first
existed.
trailer being kind of interesting.
Yeah, they presented it in such a good way, and then, well, I don't want to get into spoilers. They presented it well, is what I'll say
I
from the
didn't care
trailer.
for this movie at all.
Well,
I
this
think
is thoughts before.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay,
like,
you
I
didn't care about
for
it
this
at all?
movie at all. I thought I just I was not willing to wanting to watch this. To be honest,
That's what I was because I forgot about the movie. I was like, oh,
It's
okay.
like, oh man, I gotta watch
just don't
this
care.
thing.
The only reason why I think this movie was just gonna have like a big show turnout was because Harry Styles was in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, fuck this shit. I don't want to watch this shit.
That Harry
and
Styles
I think
fan
Olivia
base.
Wilde's dating Harry, right?
Yes, that's the drama.
Yeah.
So she was married at the time during the filming of this movie,
Yeah, she
but then she even had kids, and then they started dating during this movie, so that caused the
Oh
whole.
my god, that's how
So-
you get
drama. I did
So
not
that
know
caused the
about
whole drama,
and
and
then
then
she self.
divorced?
and then I think so, and then Florence Pugh, the main actress, spoke out about it. She's like, "That wasn't Cash Money," and then
that's not gonna end
and
well.
then Olivia Wilde was like, "Well, she's not very Cash Money," and that was the movie.
And Olivia Wilde is like literally self-cucking herself by watching Harry just go down on
Florence.
her female lead.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well,
sorry, that is hilarious.
But yeah, it's artistic. Whatever. So
Yeah.
it doesn't count. Really.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect with this movie. I just know I didn't want to be bored, and obviously we talked about the drama just now.
I was so bored.
I also wanted to see Florence in a lead role because she did really well in Black Widow.
Yeah, she did really good in Black Widow.
So it was cool to see her be the lead.
Oh, this is the girl from Black.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Yelena.
got
Oh.
the
Holy
big stupid.
Well, I don't remember actors.
It's
like
because she
that,
don't have a
dude.
Russian accent in this movie.
Yeah. How am I supposed to remember? I only seen her just play Black
Alexi,
Widow.
is that a good Russian accent, or do you think it's cultural appropriation?
I don't give a fuck.
I know it was a stupid question.
He's like, I don't care.
Steal my culture. I don't care.
Steal my culture.
culture.
We'll make
I
you
have
the,
every right to say that. I'm a Russian.
yeah,
Okay.
all right. We'll make you the villain of the next whatever.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Trading
So-
American culture by having a no Russian accent.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay.
We're all appropriating American
No
culture
Russian,
here.
just like Modern
Yeah,
Warfare
none of
2.
us here-
Oh no!
None of us
That-
here
not
are
that
white.
mission.
Bro.
That was my favorite.
All right, so with that, let's get to the spoiler-free review. So, spoiler-free review of Don't Worry, Darling. It released September 23rd of 2022, starring Florence Pugh, directed by Olivia Wilde, rated R. Plot summary. A 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community begins to worry that his glamorous company could be hiding disturbing secrets. What are you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
Boring ass movie. Nick Kroll in the movie.
Oh,
for
I forgot he
not
was in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. They hired Nick Kroll for some reason. For
I think he did well, but he was barely on screen.
yeah.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
and
I
most
didn't
of
recognize a lot of that.
most of the supporting cast didn't really do anything.
They were just there.
Well,
just
not even
background.
the lead cast, really.
Yeah.
They were all kind of
I was
generic.
The sex scenes were completely unnecessary at all
There was
Douglas
sex
Smith.
scenes,
Who's
bro?
that actor?
and blatant.
Who's
Which
the
one?
actor who plays Douglas Smith?
Douglas Smith.
Oh, all the way. Yep, there we go.
That's his name. Is Douglas Smith.
Oh yeah.
Are you
well, there's a name underneath it, so I didn't know if that
John.
was okay.
John?
Well,
John.
I liked him. He was pretty cool.
Was he?
Well, he didn't have much, but I
None
still
of them had
liked
much, yeah.
him as an actor. You know, he's chill.
He literally had like 3 lines.
I like him as an
Oh
actor.
my God,
I don't-
He looks
I never
pretty.
said he
For,
liked him in the role.
in this
It's a very slow-paced film. Very
Yes.
slow-paced.
with build-ups to not much.
Yeah, that was my
Whenever
next point
there is
too.
build up, it doesn't go anywhere.
It's
It
just
seems like
whimpers. Like
It seems like a poor copy of a show that I will not say until the next section.
the mystery of this film never gets fully solved. So if you're looking to have a mystery solved,
Yeah.
you're not gonna have one solved. That's all I'll
I
say.
mean, it's explained, but it doesn't show anything.
Oh, yeah, and it leaves more questions than answers.
Maybe
Probably
that's
they're
the-
trying to set
yeah,
up a
it's-
sequel somehow, but I doubt it.
Oh, this is a thriller horror movie, not a
I told
drama.
Oh, the soundtrack is weird.
Oh yeah,
It had like a fucking Glee ass like soundtrack.
it has Glee as well as the heart monitor music, like
Beep, beep, beep.
yeah, the music that gets your heart rate pumping because it goes
My guess
bum
is that's
bum
what-
bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
My
saying.
guess is
It's
that was
because it was a
supposed to
thriller.
contribute to the
Build up.
build up of like the reveal.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, now that makes sense with the music. But
Every
it
time,
never really did.
yeah, every time they had that music, it was like, nah.
What's his name? It's not Brad Pitt. Who's the
Oh, the
Chris
the
Pine?
guy.
Pine. I
Chris
thought he was
Pine. Oh.
Pint.
I liked. Well, I don't know. I'll take that back. He didn't do good.
I didn't really
say
like his
much.
performance too much.
He's a good actor overall, but I did not like him here.
It was an underwhelming performance.
This entire movie, in my opinion, was underwhelming.
I almost fell asleep a couple
I
times.
saw that. I was trying to fall asleep too.
I actually enjoyed the movie.
You like the movie?
Yeah, he gave it a 7.5.
Yeah,
It's good.
I give it 7.5.
Honestly, to me, it could have been shorter than it was, but
Definitely.
It was.
or at least
There were a lot of unnecessary
Shots.
little flashes of things.
Mhm. Yeah, like food. There was a lot of food shots.
There were certain scenes where like it didn't make sense at the time, but it does make sense. Even then, I thought it was still unnecessary.
The villain's motivations or his
also-
speech that he had with the main character made no sense.
None of it did. Yeah. What are you guys rating out of 10 for this
It's a
movie?
4.
Also giving it a 4. I understand the movie more than I give it credit for. Like I do understand what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
but even so, I don't like their execution at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
7.5.
7.5. I give it a 6.5. Let's look at some other ratings. The critics from Metascore give it a 47 out of 100. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter 38%. Audience in IMDb 6.3 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes audience 80%. So the average of release scores is 57 out of 100.
I wonder if Harry Styles is a big portion of that.
I think Harry Styles did a pretty good job.
He did all right.
in this.
Yeah, for an
his
acting
dance-
debut, it was
The
good.
dancing they
First
made
big
him do
debut.
went on so long. It was like 5 minutes of him just literally
80%?
spinning around. In
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well,
the audience gave it 80%.
Yeah, audience.
The audience are brain dead.
But the
So
critics
before we
gave
jump to
it-
the
Well, Harry
spoilers,
Styles, bro, and Harry Styles eating out.
before we jump to spoiler free review, like, comment, subscribe. Also follow these guys. Their links will be in the description. We are most of the podcast platforms, so you can listen anywhere at any time. Now let's get into the spoiler filled discussion.
Are we on Project Victory, bro?
Yeah.
You know it. We're on it right now.
Oh no!
Project Victory. All right, let's start from the beginning. Alice and Jack Chambers are a young, happy couple in the 1950s living in an idyllic neighborhood of the company town of Victory, California, which has been created and paid for by a mysterious company of the same name for which Jack works. Every day, the men go to Victory HQ out in the surrounding desert, while their wives stay home to clean, relax, and prepare dinner for their husbands. The women are discouraged from asking questions about their husband's work and are told not to venture to the HQ due to dangerous materials the company works with. Margaret has become an outcast among the other wives after taking her son out into the desert, resulting in her son's apparent death. Margaret claims that Victory took her son from her as punishment, but these claims are dismissed by the others as a trauma-induced paranoia. So, yeah, what do you guys think of the beginning party where we see Margaret act
Boring.
out?
Fucking boring. It started out with a house party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
about-
the very beginning was a house party, yep.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I
To introduce us to all the characters, in which they
the
all...
house party was fine. I relatively liked it. I liked the vibe of the characters interacting with each other. It seemed good, like a good start.
It
After that,
sets
though, it
up
was all downhill.
it sets up the idea of the lifestyle that they're living prior to.
Obviously, I was already like trying to figure out what the fuck the movie's about, and immediately I was like, this isn't actually the past.
This isn't the 1950s. Yeah, what do you guys think of Margaret coming to that one backyard party and then being like, "Yo, they're lying to us, y'all. They be capping."
It was kind of cringe.
It was 100%.
Just like how they were cringing, I was cringing too because the performance of that wasn't very good.
It was a
'Cause she
little-
was- she
it was
wasn't
a little
actually-
overdone in my opinion.
She wasn't, to me, she was not emotional enough. She was just like, you guys are lying to us. She's just talking in this fucking, like, a speaking tone. She
Right,
doesn't-
and she doesn't really specify what or how they're lying.
Yeah,
She's
there's
like,
no details.
"Y'all, these people be capping. That's it. That's
Well,
all I have to
it's
say."
because they kind of say it, but they like the people already know what it's about, but like they're not gonna elaborate until later.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think they're trying to save it up.
Yeah, so right off the bat, we get beginning in mystery. The mystery begins right off the bat, and yeah, it goes on for the rest of the movie. All right, so one morning, while riding the trolley across town, Alice witnesses a red biplane crash somewhere out in the desert. Alice disembarks and rushes to the desert to help, accidentally stumbling on Victory HQ, a small building covered in mirror-like windows. After touching one of the windows, she experiences surreal hallucinations before waking up back home later that night to find Jack preparing their dinner.
The plane was never explained.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if they had spoiler, if they had control of this place, how does that happen?
How? Yeah. Also, with like, why do you need physical men to run to catch people if you're in a VR program? You just fucking like
that's the spoiler
use
part,
admin
because that's
controls.
And what
like,
was the
way
point
later.
of flying a plane?
What? Yeah, they had control. What was the point of that plane being there? Like, if you have so much control of this place, why is there a plane?
maybe the unit that she was using was slowly breaking.
Although I
They
do
don't
understand
really-
how
they don't really
depressing
specify
the men's jobs
How
in this
how
case
long they're really in there.
They don't explain a
Yeah.
lot of things. Yeah, they don't explain
really
how
tell you
long
how long the
or
people's
how
been
the
in there.
technology works.
Yeah, well, they show you how it works.
They show you like the premise of it, but they don't show like
how
how
you connect to it.
how you connect and how
But
you even eat.
The men's job is super
Well, that
depressing.
one was explained a little bit too.
That kind of got to me there.
What the
men's
robot men?
jobs?
Oh, the men's jobs.
Yeah, what they do just to keep their life the way it is.
So in the following days, Alice begins to experience increasingly strange occurrences. She's almost crushed between a window and a moving wall, and she finds a box of eggs to be filled only with hollow shells.
It seemed like it was okay. It looked visually all right, but her performance in that was not very good. I don't know. She never like.
She looked like she was
gives
losing
the
her mind.
impression of actually being like shocked too much.
What do you mean? She did look like she was
Any
losing her mind, though.
flashbacks?
10 out of 10, too much.
I
sex
think
in
it
this
was
movie.
just hard to relate to her because they didn't give her much character.
Oh yeah, because they just start off with her like that.
She's literally just like a second-rate Alice in Wonderland. She's like, what the heck is going on?
They give her backstory like 5 minutes after, like before the movie ends.
Yeah, so it's hard to relate to this character because she's just like she's supposed to be like this
I think
empty housewife sort of character, and it's like,
Olivia
how is
Wilde's
anyone gonna
character
relate?
Was more entertaining than Alice was. Bunny.
oh yeah,
She was more entertaining, even though we also get the reveal about her character.
why
later
she's
on.
able to be,
But
yeah.
her reveal was more entertaining than Alice finding out stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I like Olivia Wilde's character a lot more than
She's like, if I'm gonna
Florence's.
make a movie, I'm gonna be the best character
She
here.
was though, for real.
Olivia Bunny was the.
Bunny was
Olivia
the best
Bunny.
friend.
the best
Olivia
friend.
Bunny
Yeah,
was
she
the best friend.
I mean, yeah, but she was
So-
the best friend to the main character, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Alice.
okay, that's
And
what I thought.
So she was more.
She killed it in her role. I liked her role a lot too.
She had more going for her. I would agree.
So Alice receives a phone call from Margaret, who claims that to have seen the same thing Alice had. Later during the dance lesson, lectured by Frank's wife Shelley, Alice sees a vision of Margaret's reflection violently banging her head against the mirror. She rushes back to the neighborhood just in time to see Margaret slit her own throat and fall off the roof of her house. Alice is dragged away by a strange man in red jumpsuits before she can reach
How the fuck
Margaret's
are we supposed to
body.
interpret that scene? Like, was she actually there
In the
like,
mirror?
in VR?
No,
My
Like,
guess
well,
is
why
yes.
is she hallucinating this
Oh.
shit?
it's because
It makes no
like I said,
sense.
the unit or whatever.
She broke the
VR
program,
thing,
bro.
Yeah, the program was starting to break down on her. So they're
Why?
like,
How?
Yeah,
She
had-
that was
So-
never hinted at.
well,
was
it's
never into that.
because when when she first touched the thing, she kind of exit the program without knowing she exited because she didn't know she was in a program. So that was
She did a hard reboot, bro, but she wasn't supposed to do that, and she fried the,
yeah,
the program.
she fried the thing she was kind of using, like the software.
I-
Why
I'm
does
guessing
Chris
that's her
Pine have
logic.
this weird obsession with her? Like,
Yeah, it seems like he's using her to fix the bugs in the system, but then he never actually does anything about
and
it.
he was
He didn't expect her to.
Actually, do it.
and later on, he's like, "Oh, I expected so much from you," and like, expect what?
He was-
What is
Mike-
she supposed to be doing?
Unfortunately, this is where the movie is not good because it's having us, the viewers, trying to interpret something that they
That
probably
doesn't
should
have
done.
anything.
It's like the movie is trying to be deeper than it actually
but it's
is.
not that deep.
Yeah.
Like you guys said, Chris Pine's character is using Alice to probably as a debugging tool at this point. Like, oh, cool. Let me just use your character to see what I need to fix on this, but never actually fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty
dumb
bad.
dumb.
because it's never explained until like the very end where they're like, oh, big reveal. This is in the real world.
So Alice tries to explain these things to Jack, but Jack dismisses them, explaining that Margaret simply fell while cleaning the window and is perfectly fine in the hospital. The version is further corroborated by the town physician, Dr. Collins, who claims to have treated Margaret and attempts to give Alice the same prescription drugs. Alice later breaks into Dr. Collins' briefcase and finds a heavily redacted medical file on Margaret, which she then burns in frustration. Alice becomes increasingly paranoid and confused, feeling as if Frank is watching her every move.
It's funny how nothing comes out of that file. Like the doctor or whatever, they don't even care. It's never brought up again.
He's not like, oh, where's my file?
He's not even. Yeah, he's not suspicious of what's her face at all.
Unless it was part of Frank's plan for her to get those
It's
files.
fucking stupid.
During,
So
during
what? Just be frustrated? Like, oh,
Yeah, like, oh yeah, you got this, but psych, you didn't get anything.
And it was said. It was
It was
said.
all blacked out. It was
You're like, gotcha.
It was said later on that like, oh, you didn't believe your best friend, and there was no indication that she was best friends with the.
Oh, they said it at one point when her and Bunny were talking. They were like, yeah, Margaret used to be a friend, but then she went crazy.
Yeah, they said it during
They're
the pool
very
party.
easy to outcast anyone in that world. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Well, it's
crazy how
because
easy they
it's
do
a
it.
perfect utopia.
Like I had
a
no,
sense.
I didn't give a shit about that lady. Because there was nothing to like.
No one really did because we didn't know anything about her, like you
Yeah,
said.
there's no background.
Yeah, it was poorly
behind her.
set up.
And when the little story they gave the one chick, it was just like 2 minutes. Like, here's a little story. Her
And she
son-
was walking in the desert, and
Yeah,
then her son
her and her
disappeared.
son
That's
walking in
it.
the desert,
No,
just-
now feel attached to this character.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, cool.
Like,
Nice.
okay.
And then she kills herself.
Yeah.
This
Like, wow.
series didn't need to be a movie. It could have been a series instead, I feel like.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
A Netflix series, I can
Netflix
see that.
series or
That
something,
I wouldn't
because
watch.
That way we would actually, well, yeah, we still wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, but at
if it
least
was
some
it
people
at
would.
least give us more
I think
time with the characters and
it costs
actually
too much for Harry
explain stuff
Styles, I'm
better.
assuming. It
That's
would cost
probably
too
if
true.
much
it
for
was a
Netflix to pay
series,
for
it'd
it.
be multiple episodes of nothing happening.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a lot of
A lot
Netflix's
of
shows,
desert
though.
Shots, a lot
Is
of
this dude?
flashback. Yeah, like, oh, let's introduce this character.
So,
Yeah.
during a special
You know, it would be
victory,
good.
during a special victory event in which Frank gives Jack a special promotion, Alice has a breakdown in the bathroom and is comforted by Bunny. Alice attempts to explain everything to Bunny, but Bunny reacts angrily, accusing Alice of being selfish and attempting to ruin everything for everyone, just pointing out she sounds just like Margaret.
I have no idea what the promotion even entails. Like, what does it even get him? Nothing.
He's in an inner circle because this is kind of a
It just,
cult.
it's
He
just
probably becomes
him.
one of the leaders of the program. I guess.
Maybe
he's a cult in this organization.
Yes, I mentioned that this entire movie gives like a huge cult vibe.
It is a cult though.
So he becomes a
It's
cult
not-
He
leader.
probably becomes one of the leaders.
He's probably
Yeah,
gonna
he
go
becomes
recruit
a-
more people, maybe.
They literally say the guy says that he becomes part of the inner circle now. So now when he
Yeah, that
too
is
far, I
cultish
don't wanna keep
behavior.
Going too far into the
My guess is
Why is he
Will.
so dead broke then?
why? Because
Well, that's how cults work. They
Yeah.
take your money, but they pretend to give you promotions and things to make you feel more important and
Yeah.
stay.
But no, they're like, yeah, get a regular job just so then you can keep your dumb wife. Wait, I think did they not break up and then he forced her to
Yeah,
go
they
into
didn't
the
break
program?
up, and he literally chloroformed her,
Yeah.
and then forced her to be in this so she could have like this better life,
in which she wasn't.
where she was just a housewife.
Again, we're
she
going
really
too
didn't
far
wanna be
ahead.
housewife.
Chill.
Yeah.
So-
This movie doesn't have that much interesting.
It
Just
doesn't.
like-
So
Yes.
sometime later,
Little
Alice and
lead-up.
Jack invite the rest of the neighborhood to dinner with Frank and Shelley as special guests. Frank speaks privately
This is
with
probably
Alice
my
in the
favorite
kitchen,
scene.
intimidating that intimate that she's right in her suspicion and confessing that he's been waiting for someone like her to challenge him. Spurred by Frank's confession, Alice attempts to expose him and the inconsistencies in Victory over dinner.
It was so goofy. Like Aleksey literally turned to me. He was like, "Oh, it's getting good now."
It was.
It
But
was
then it
not.
went nowhere. I hated it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Picked up and then nothing came of
Yeah,
it.
it was interesting until like I said, nothing happened.
Like,
She was like,
said-
"Yo, everybody has the same backstory. That's strange."
He
Like
also
crazy.
literally was like, "Oh yeah, you slept with me," and then nothing.
Well, I thought that too, but that was actually referring to the scene where her and what's his name, Harry Styles were
Styles.
having sex in his
Yeah.
bed.
Don't you remember? It was
That
on.
wasn't in his bed.
It was
That-
on the
Well,
dresser.
that was their-
in his bedroom.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
they
in
were
the
in the
bedroom.
But that's
he
what.
was he walked in. He's just like, "That's cool."
Yeah,
she's
that's
like-
that's what he was referring to.
And that dude, that was such an awkward scene in my like.
It
why
was
would
super awkward.
And then he was like, "I approve,"
Okay,
and
but
then he
we
left.
can't.
I-
Like,
yeah, I
what?
guess
Who's the weirder guy? Who's the weirder one in this situation?
they're all weird, man. They're all written very
But
weirdly.
yeah, then they started going into like this anime, like fucking, "Oh, we're gonna be rivals now," and then
Yeah, this
didn't
was
lead to
like an
anything.
anime scene. This was like Aizen. He's like, I planned this whole thing out, Ichigo, since the
Yeah.
moment you were bored.
and then nothing
For
happened.
real, it really does. It was like that.
Do you actually know that though? Do you actually know who Aizen is?
All I know is that he's dead.
Well, oops, that was a big spoiler. If you haven't
Yeah,
watched
from,
Bleach,
from like 15 years ago, whatever the fuck.
yeah, but still, it's like one of the central points of the early seasons.
Bro,
it's, like,
who
it's like a
cares?
big reveal. So instead, Frank gaslights her, making her look delusional to the other guests. In the aftermath, Alice begs Jack to take them both away from Victory. Jack initially agrees, but when Alice gets in the car, he lets her get taken away by Frank's men and undergoes electroshock therapy.
The
During-
CPUs. You're talking about the little robot guys,
Yeah.
the little software guys.
During the procedure, Alice sees visions of herself in another life as a present-day surgeon named Alice Warren, who lives with an unemployed Jack and struggles to make ends meet.
What did he even do? Was he just making a podcast?
Well, it looked like he got fired from his job, and then he was just a loser at home.
He was,
After
losing
that.
so
Actually-
he was actually listening to Chris Pine's
Podcast.
podcast.
His
Yeah.
cult.
Oh, I
his
thought-
cult
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
Initiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was giving some super alt right rabbit
Conspiracy
hole
theory,
thing.
yeah.
It actually was that though. That's what it was. It was just him, just like, yeah, you should just join this because
Join this cult,
you know,
man.
you don't you want a perfect life? Don't you want a perfect world where everything goes the right way? When women stay at home and you just work just so like the basic hours to make end meets and have a good time still though. And and that's that's when he
crazy,
kidnapped. It doesn't even explain how he gets her to fall asleep or anything.
Yeah,
Not
no.
that I've seen.
Or how he
yeah,
feeds
like
her?
how he gets
How does
her
he
into
feed
the
her?
thing. So, but it just
That's what their job is.
Hmm.
Like they showed us how he gets her to drink, and it was with a wet.
Oh, right.
Cloth.
That's right.
But I don't know how he feeds her. Probably.
Oh,
through,
it
like,
was
an IV bag
yeah,
or
it was the
something.
IV
Okay.
stuff. He was feeding her through protein.
Still.
IV
Dang,
stuff.
SAO
That is-
style, bro.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was
oh
a
man, they're
little-
going full SEO in there.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird,
Minus the monsters and anime.
bro. It would have been cool, but that software.
What a
just-
miserable time that period they picked to have their perfect life, and they didn't have anime.
bro.
Oh my
That but
God.
that software they use, like the actual gear, that would have
It
been
looked
perfect in
interesting.
real life if it was thing.
sounds
Imagine
miserable.
going into a virtual reality.
I'd
playing-
rather I like
MMO or
virtual
something
reality,
like
but I'd
that.
rather be in a pod instead of something that's forcing my eyes open.
So,
Your
Yeah,
eyes
the
must
only
be dry as hell.
so Alice returns to Victory, apparently cured of her hysteria, and reunites with Jack and with Bunny. However, as Alice resumes her normal life, she continues to have hallucinations and flashbacks. She later remembers the whole truth, that Victory is a simulation world created by Frank, that Jack has kidnapped her.
It's crazy how inept they are at even trying to re-brainwash her.
Oh yeah.
Or
Shock-
she's
shock
just
therapy.
such a Mary Sue that she was just able to withstand it.
So
Her
when
brain was too strong.
too strong, bro. When Jack realizes she knows the truth, he claims he did it for her, and she was miserable in real life. But Alice is enraged that Jack took away her
She
autonomy.
liked her job.
Yeah, she was an
She
independent
was
woman.
a surgeon.
Just
Yeah.
Harry Styles is a leech.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he was the loser because he's the one who hated his life, but he
Still is.
basically made her seem like she was the one when he was the one who was miserable the whole time.
Well, he only hated his life because he really didn't want to work.
Yeah.
Bro just
But at
wanted
the same
virtual
time-
sex.
But yeah, at the same
That's
time,
literally all it was, is virtual sex.
at the same time, all he wanted to do was just chill at home and just bump uglies all day. And she was just like, I can't do that. I have to work.
It's like,
Like
I have a
14
life.
to
Like, I'm
20
trying
hours
to
a
make
week.
you have a good life by sacrificing my life.
Right, if I could stay at home, I would be the best husband ever.
For
Just
real.
do all the chores and shit. I'd be like, let's go.
Bro,
I
had
get
a
to
cool
chill.
setup too. A cool,
Right, cool
computer
PC
setup,
setup.
and everything. Like, if you want to just sit home, do the
But the
chores.
thing is, she
be,
want-
what is it called? Like house husband.
A house husband, I guess.
Whatever it's called.
The
you know
thing
how
is,
there's
she
housewife,
wanted to
house
have
husband,
like
whatever.
more, like make sure they had like a really good disposable income, like really
Yeah.
good money.
I'm just saying,
You know?
like this is
But
he's such a
his
shitty
setup-
husband.
Yeah,
His
he's-
setup when they actually showed the
shitty.
real world, his setup, he had like the really nice monitor.
I know.
He had
Yeah,
the-
He was
Oh.
just irresponsible with his money. Like, they didn't have warm water, for fuck's sake.
Well, that wasn't because of him. That was because of the freaking maintenance
Repairman.
guy.
Well, yeah, because they live in a shithole.
and like she's
They
probably
really do, though,
she's
yeah.
probably still paying off student debt, so that didn't help. You know, like
Shit.
overall, he was shy.
Yeah,
Like,
it was not
but was
good.
it two
Deadbeat.
different
He was
actors for
deadbeat.
the main role for the guy? Or
I
was
think
it
they
both?
just did Harry's they did prosthetics on Harry Styles. Yeah,
'Cause that's
No,
what
it
he
looked
has
really good
facial
though.
hair.
Yeah,
I
it looked
know,
really
it was
good.
so weird
He looks
seeing him in
bad.
different. Like,
It was really good at looking bad, is what I mean.
Yeah, I know. I was so
This
thrown off.
this is the universe where he never got chosen on America's
He
Got
does-
Talent.
He doesn't look good with
Facial hair.
the beard, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
well,
supposed to look like that.
That's what I mean, though. Like his whole.
He was
appearance
supposed to
when
look
he
like a
changed it-
Discord mod.
Yeah, when they changed it, holy shit! I was like, "That's not. Is that Harry Styles?
I
Is that
think
a
he was
different
literally
actor?"
on Discord at one point.
He was, yeah.
So Jack hugs Alice, begging her to forgive him, but begins to crush her, and Alice kills him with the glass tumbler in self-defense, killing Jack in the real world as well. I don't know why he was crushing her.
Say again.
Why was Jack crushing Alice when he was like doing the hug
because-
thing?
They started to like they were like making good.
Yeah, and then he
was
just
like,
went.
"Oh, let go of me," and then she just started
My guess
squeezing the
is he
fuck
was
out
trying
of her.
to ineffectively kill her.
Yeah.
What the heck?
If she dies in there, she would have died in real life too.
But why would he? Like, I mean, he still has to leave to
He
go
was
to
probably
work.
gonna kill himself afterwards.
That's stupid. Well, I'm glad he's
That's
dead.
my guess. I
Yeah.
can't say for sure.
Because if she, since she didn't want to be in the software anymore, I bet one of the rules was if your significant other figures it out, you must
her.
kill them. Yeah, you must kill them,
Shit.
and then kill yourself afterwards because that's how the victory
So the
program
police
works.
can't go after him.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's a cult still. Like you know, if one dies, both
This shit's
dies.
stupid, bro.
So Frank is alerted.
That's very ineffective. I agree.
So Frank is alerted to Jack's death and sends his men to capture her. Alice is found with Jack's body by Bunny, who explains that she's known all along about the simulation, but
This is
chooses to
where I
stay
liked,
there.
The Olivia Wilde's character.
Bunny tells Alice to flee to Victory HQ, which is an exit, and she basically takes off the car and is as an epic car chase trying to get to the end of the road.
And she fucking crashes in the stupidest way.
I know. Wow.
Literally the dumbest way.
I did-
don't know
I
how
did
a
find
car
that
actually got that
frustrating.
way. Okay, so she was driving, right?
She just turned right into the fucking wall.
She didn't
Gravel.
turn that much. She went in slightly, but then when they did like that
Like the
drone
car.
shot, the car was literally parallel parked on that road.
Bro, I think. Well, my thought was, I think she put it
Oh,
in
yeah,
reverse
that
and
is
pushed
weird.
it out. That's what I was thinking. I think she pushed it out.
How'd she have time for all
She
that?
didn't
That's
push
what
it
I'm
out,
trying
bro.
to understand either. Like, I don't understand how she
That's
had
a
time.
movie mistake.
And the other thing I didn't understand is how, like, we're about to get to the part, but like the men walking up the side of that tall ass, steep ass hill.
Oh yeah.
Like,
They're
that's
trained
not,
professionals, bro.
bro. That's not possible. You would
Once
have bust
again,
your
why do you
ankle.
need people to run physical to VR run in the catcher?
Well, again, like
just turn on creative mode.
For real.
well, I don't think he has that
My
much.
guess
of
is it's
control.
like
It's
lucid.
his program.
My
No,
guess
but
is
like,
it's
he
like
has to have
lucid
someone in real
dreaming.
life do it though.
No, look.
Jesus.
Oh, and then Chris Pine gets killed by his wife.
Oh yeah, that didn't lead to anything.
Yeah, who
She was like, now it's my turn.
yeah, the turn for
That's-
what?
That's why I think they're making a sequel.
Yeah,
It's their
that's
turn
what our
to
sequel
have
will
a
be.
cool action shot. I don't know.
Okay, many flaws. Here's my premise of how this works. It's like lucid dreaming. The way lucid dreaming works is you can't, like, you can do a lot of things in it, right? But you can't do the impossible. Like, you can't just fly. You can't have super strength, right?
I think I had a lucid dream. This
lucid
morning.
dreaming still has laws to it, okay? You can do a lot of semi-impossible things, but you can't do straight up the impossible, all right?
Bro, I had a lucid dream this morning when I was driving my car.
About
doing
what?
donuts, and I freaking crashed it. I was like, damn,
my
that's
God.
crazy. And I kept doing donuts.
Oh my god.
See, so that's my guess is this, like, technology is based off lucid dreaming.
Probably.
Who knows?
But Chris Pine's character has more control over it.
I don't
and
think he had
all
any
that.
control.
How can
'cause
he get a
seemed-
collective lucid dream?
That's where this technology comes in. My guess is he created technology that does this.
It seems like it'd be easier for it just to be VR built.
That's the only reason why it would make sense. Like, there's no creative mode.
Well,
I'm trying to
I
make
also
up for
think-
that.
I also
Bro,
think.
don't fucking try to cover for their clear mistakes.
Well, I also don't-
It's literally Olivia Wilde's a boomer who doesn't know how VR works. Just like the creator of Sorta is a boomer and didn't know how video games work because he never played a video game before
He just wanted to be a
SAO.
god, okay? Go nerd.
So
You right? Okay.
basi-
Yeah,
so
I agree with
basically-
what you just said.
so
Like, why
basi-
didn't he just go god mode?
so basically, Olivia Wilde just wakes up, and that's that. Credits roll.
Dude,
I think my
that,
idea's
that
pretty
made
cool
me
now,
so
though.
mad on seeing that how it ended.
Yeah,
I
how it
wanted
ended
to,
like that.
I wanted to throw something at the theater. I'm like, fuck this ending, bro.
Oh my god, the ending was fucking awful.
Dude, it's just like,
You
oh, no,
mean
she
it
touches
ended?
it,
I
she
don't
wakes
remember
up.
an ending.
Yeah, that's basically it. She touches the mirror, wakes up, and that's it.
But
And
it
then-
doesn't
and
show
then
her
you
waking
actually
up.
wake up? It doesn't show
it,
that.
bro. It
I
goes straight to
just-
pitch black.
You just have to apply.
Like, I mean, what would even happen? She's like atrophied. What the fuck could she? She can't get up, probably.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, here's another thing about the movie. What Harry Styles says is like they gave all the info to this cult thing,
Oh, yeah,
they're
so they
gonna
know
come
where they
for
need to
so
live.
they
kill
know
her
where
in
she
the real world.
lives.
Maybe that's what.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah,
there's
and
no
that
way
was-
she's
that was-
maybe that's what the wife is gonna do
Yeah,
next.
Shelly or Gemma or Gemma Chan.
It's my turn.
It's like, it's my turn to
So
kill.
my guess is you're like, oh no,
Literally
you know, I'm
like
just
an
gonna take this over
anime
now.
thing too.
You know, I'm really liking my lucid dream idea. though.
Theory.
Yeah,
But
it's actually
like,
pretty cool.
So that's why it ends like the way it does, and I'm like, fuck that shit, man. I
It
wanna
seems
see
like
her-
it's trying to be a Black Mirror episode / The Matrix, and none of it works.
I would not agree with the Matrix part.
Well, just that
well,
they're in a
that.
simulation.
Yeah, in the simulation part.
The fact, but it didn't even like the fact that you guys had to bring it up and me had to say, does that make sense? Like, it makes sense.
But
I
the
didn't
fact
think
of
that
them
at all.
doubting the fucking
Their existence.
Yeah.
It killed me how Olivia Wilde knew, like Bunny, she knew, and the only reason why I think, because obviously
Because
the reason
her
why she knew
kids
is because her
died.
kids died.
That's
yeah.
why I liked her better because
She
yeah, we
actually
don't
had
know.
Yeah, it's a good
motivation.
She
thing
had
that-
motivation. She had a good, like, she was just a good character throughout the entire thing.
She
Like,
was not a good character.
I liked her. Okay.
Well, just because they shoehorned 2 seconds of
And
exposition,
it was a
right
good
at the ass
exposition,
end.
okay? It was a very good exposition.
It was
Well, I mean,
fucking
it's not like the
terrible.
main character wanted to be in there. She was just like,
The
fuck.
main character,
You
yeah.
see her stupid ass kids for literally 2 scenes.
It's not about the kids. It's about her motivation that I liked.
Which are the kids?
Yeah, and it was a good ass motivation.
How does
okay.
how does she retain her memories if she wasn't supposed to?
Well, she
I don't
probably
think-
chose.
I
Maybe
think
she sought
was
them
the one
out.
Who chose and not the husband.
I think they both actually decided.
Yeah,
to go
because he
in
has
it.
to go to work in real
Yeah,
life, so
so
they
I
probably
think-
both chose.
Okay.
So that made sense to me, but at the same time, like, why?
Dang, she got the
Just-
good end of the deal. She gets to stay all day in the VR.
exactly. She got to be with her children and all that.
All
Well,
day
again,
in
it's
VR.
like again.
They go to
it's,
school. Why the fuck do they even bother with faking the school thing? Just
to
keep-
make it
That's why
realer.
it's funny because she just smokes. She smokes and drinks the whole time in the simulation. She's like, I'm just gonna smoke and drink. I don't
Well,
care.
I mean, if you can't get cancer in a simulation, might as well.
smoke up a storm.
So, what do you guys find the ratings for this movie?
4.
3.
Went
I still
down.
give it a 4. I actually like my shoehorned in theories
it's
because it makes the movie slightly entertaining if you just think about it and throw in your own ideas and like, oh, maybe this could make it better.
Yeah,
Oh.
I doubt that was what she was
it's
going
a
for.
7
No,
for me.
probably
I went
not.
down by half
But
a-
you know, it makes
Okay,
it better.
I'll
if
go
you
down
put
a
your
half
own
point
ideals
too.
into it.
I'll put
I
6.
still, if
Why
we,
would you give it a 6?
That's what I say. I gave it a 6
Why?
because I knocked
What
down
were
half a
the-
point.
No, what did you like?
Just the ending, the last half
You
hour.
liked the ending?
The mystery started to unravel. I was happy to have anything happen. You know, it's
Chris
like
Pine didn't. Yeah, but literally the whole movie is just boring.
I
scenes
know
of
that's why it
nothing
was. I was happy to
happening.
have at least something.
That's why
I
you
was
got
like,
it.
I enjoyed
Just
it.
because they
the
polished
last
a turd
half
doesn't
hour
mean
is
it's
really what caught my
fucking
attention.
I'm not saying
delicious.
it's a great movie.
I gave it a 4 because
6 is above average.
actually gives
Well, I gave it
It
a
was above
7.
average.
I
It was
mean-
better than the last streaming movie we watched.
Chris
So.
Pine didn't do
With
shit.
it was okay, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Did he build it?
I already gave you all my points. I don't know what else you want from me. I don't have the, I don't have the
said,
same
you
rating
really like it.
scale as
You
you.
like and
I
hate a movie and
strongly
still
agree with
give
you.
it
I
a
mean, like
rating.
the last half of the last 30, 35 minutes of the movie is what made me more into the movie.
Yeah.
Like
That
I
shit was
really enjoyed
terrible.
that, like figuring out all this, how they did it, what they do to the people, and learning a little bit more about the
Just watch
background.
Yeah.
Black Mirror,
I gave
bro.
it a 4 mainly because I
Nah.
just did not like the movie. Like, I just don't like it, alright?
I also enjoyed Harry Styles.
If you want my
acting.
real analysis, here it is. It's a mask off. It goes into late stage capitalism. See, these people want to escape the world they live in
Yeah.
because they hate capitalism so much that it fucked them over their lives entirely,
That's why
and
they
thus
go back
they go
to
into a
early
VR
stage
world.
capitalism.
Yeah, they go to this golden age of capitalism in a VR world instead of trying to fix the real issues. And I think that was an interesting concept, and that's why I rated it a little higher.
Well, it's literally just
Not
Ready
all of
Player
them are like
One.
that,
It's
though.
literally just Ready Player One. They're in a shithole future, and
Again,
then they
not
just go
all
into
of
the
them are like
VR
that.
with the video
all,
game.
They all have their own reasons for going into this
Well,
VR.
Yeah, the none that which we have seen other than Harry Styles being a fucking Discord mod.
And then
Yeah,
obviously
it's-
Olivia,
it's so- it's
Bunny,
so-
you know, her
It's just interesting that way. But that's my logic to it. I didn't want to say all that online to scare off viewers.
It's okay.
but
Because it's a
not
little
as defeating.
it's a little controversial. It's a little
I'm
anti-capitalism.
a socialist.
Yes, I'm a socialist. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I thought we were communists,
It's a
bro.
little controversial to say
Hey, I
online,
thought
but
we were
that's what it is.
communists, Or is that only
Right?
just at
It's
work?
not like any of our fucking wants are gonna be fulfilled.
Yeah,
I would
to be
agree
honest.
with what he actually said, but I don't.
That was
Do
my
any of that
analysis
politics
while watching the
stuff,
movie,
alright.
but
Mask on.
I didn't want to say it, so now I
Mask
did.
on.
Who cares if you say it or
Yeah.
not?
And I doubt that's I
would
don't know. I
agree
don't
with
think
what you
that's
said.
Olivia Wilde's.
Her intent.
It's the female autonomy thing mostly.
Yeah.
Because he
think
literally
what you
forced
said
her
mostly
into.
applies to Harry Styles' character.
Yeah.
Not Olivia Wilde. She enjoyed what she
No,
was doing.
I'm talking about the director.
Oh, the director?
Yeah,
That
the-
her
I was
intention
talking
was-
about, like-
Bunny.
No. I'm talking about individual characters in the movie, not the director.
Again,
Yeah,
like,
which
but
is
you just
Olivia
said-
Wilde.
But you just
Oh,
said
really?
like there was
Yes, Olivia Wilde's the director.
Seriously?
Yes,
Yeah, right here.
dumbass.
Yeah, she's the director.
Right here.
Oh, man, she's
and
the
she's a
better.
character.
Yeah,
She's-
that's why I said I think Olivia
sorry.
Wilde's story is about a dude trying to take control of female autonomy.
Oh. Yeah.
I could be wrong,
No,
obviously.
but it was definitely there, though.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, she wasn't trying to hide it.
Either way, not the best movie.
It's not great.
I don't know what else to say.
The sex scenes
it's
were
okay.
like they were not even necessary.
Yeah.
I know the fact they made this movie rated R
Bumping
and
ugly.
because
As
of,
Javier said, they were bumping uglies a bit too much.
they weren't even bumping uglies. That was the thing, though.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, the Lady Gaga dancers that were there for no fucking
Oh yeah,
reason.
the random dancers in the martini glass.
Bro, Harry Styles was just eating her out. That was it. It wasn't even bumping
The
ugly.
first time.
No, twice.
Yeah,
That
he did
was
it twice.
That was all
He
they
did
showed.
it twice.
Yeah, that's all they showed was him eating her out.
2 straight minutes of it, too.
Yeah, the first
Multiple camera
the
angles
First
to
time,
get.
the first time is
To
when he
make
gets
sure
home
you know.
from like the work. She's like, I made a 5-course meal. He's like, oh, you don't, you don't.
I thought,
and then
well, I
spread
thought it
the
was like, what a
legs.
waste of food. That's what I literally.
I know.
Well, that's how I'm like, man, look at that food.
It
Well, it's
was-
not real
It's going to
food.
waste.
It was worse than the House of Gucci sex scene with
And then the
Kylo
second
Ren.
time was at that guy's
Like that
house.
food was good. You guys are wasting.
You guys
food.
want to hear some online ratings?
Yeah.
This guy gave it a 5 out of 10. I don't think films need to over-explain every aspect of their story. Some things can be left up to interpretation or ambiguous. But I have to wonder why so much of this film feels like it's reading water until a big reveal.
It's half finished.
Not much truly happens for the bulk of it. It's a shame because Pugh really gives it her all as Alice, but she's a pretty hollow character despite all the time we spend with her.
Well, at least he gave it a 5 out of 10. That's a valid.
And this
So
one,
if you gave it a 3, but with the same criticism, you'd be
No,
like,
it'd be invalid at that point.
this one gave it a 6 out of 10. Slow start pace, so it has a lot of suspense, arousing questions, all moving along. And when they finally start getting answered, it's too little, too late.
I literally like the movie was happening, right? And I was like, this movie wants me to ask questions about what's actually going on, and in my head, I'm like, I don't care. I
To be
don't.
fair,
I
it
do
did make
not
me ask
care what's
questions.
going on in this movie.
The reveal is not big enough to justify the way. Its ambitious attempt to showing Wilde's ability to ultimately underwhelming. It's just about better than a mediocre with everything it does right, but the other aspects of the movie can't put it beyond a 6 out of 10. Not as bad as the press around it was, nor as good as those who were hopeful for it to be so.
Dude, who the fuck was hopeful for this movie?
It's so funny that
I guess Harry Styles fans.
it's so funny that Alexi didn't know Olivia Wilde was also.
Oh, the character. Oh, the director.
Because I was talking to you about this conversation, and then I thought you were
No.
you were
Following along.
misinterpreting what I was saying.
No, I wasn't.
Whatever.
So, check out our previous podcast. If you enjoyed this one so far, we upload new episodes weekly. Also, check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated.
Wait, what was their best review?
Well, I didn't grab the best reviews. This time, I'm just grabbing the most popular ones.
Oh, okay.
And so-
I mean that makes sense.
Yeah,
Those
just
two are
because
fine.
I feel like when I was doing the best and worst, they were all the
Brain
extreme
Dead.
ends. Yeah, they were both the brain dead extreme ends. Like this movie is amazing. This movie sucked.
Uh-huh.
So I want a little bit more,
Variety.
more in depth analysis from the audience.
Which those two were great because they were both in the mid.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to take an intermission?
No.
I'm good.
Okay, we'll keep rolling through. Now, time for a spoiler-free review of Knives Out. Knives Out released November 27 of 2019, starring Daniel Craig, directed by Rain Johnson, rated PG-13.
Damn, I
Plot
had to
summary.
pay for this movie if I want to watch it.
A detective investigates the
Yeah.
death of a patriarch of an eccentric, combative family. What are you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
I've always wanted to watch the movie. I just never got around to doing it. So
It was
Wait,
really
you didn't
enjoyable.
watch this
when I-
already?
no.
This was his
swear
first
to
time.
God, I
Watching
thought you already watched it.
It was really
my first time.
enjoyable the first time watching it.
I didn't know anything about this movie other than the title, and I saw the knives, and I thought it was like an action movie.
It was
Oh,
action
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see how you can interpret it that way.
And what I saw was really good.
I thought I recognized the father. National treasure.
Oh my God.
He was the grandfather.
So,
The main actress, amazing.
yeah,
Bro,
Ana
look
de
at his blue
Armas.
eyes, bro. His blue
Daniel
eyes.
Craig's
His eyes were
performance
pretty
was
blue in this.
Daniel
Shut your
Craig's
mouth.
performance was fucking fantastic.
He wasn't British guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't, yeah.
This time he was Southern guy. I'm solving
I
this
like how they
mystery.
kept on.
It did sound a little
pointing
weird.
out- no, they kept on pointing out his Kentucky
Oh,
Fried Movie. They kept on
yeah.
calling
They're
him,
like your foghorn leghorn accent.
And Ripley from fucking Alien is her.
And was the kid Greg Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
James Lee. What?
The kid in this
Greg
movie
Heffley?
was that Greg Heffley? I
Oh,
think it
the
was.
alt-right kid?
Yeah.
Bro, it's
Jaden?
crazy. So this movie came out 2019, right?
Yeah.
Like all the references, they were like straight up like shit still like
Happening.
very much in the internet culture right now. Like the alt-right, the crypto shit.
Well, yeah, it's not
And
good.
this was before the crypto boom of 2020.
Where was Gabriel Iglesias?
What the fuck?
I did not see him. Why is he
I
credited?
don't know how he was in this shit.
He said deleted scene, y'all.
Director's cut.
Director's cut. So yeah, the movie's a fun mystery that keeps you guessing.
We didn't hear him anyway.
Yeah, I know.
What's David and
We
Glaze?
didn't hear his point.
That's a good ass question, bro. I don't fucking know.
The movie keeps you guessing. Almost all the characters are hateable except for the protagonist, so they did a good job on that.
Super racist.
That's yeah. Not too rewatchable because this was me and Javier's second time, and it was once you know the mystery, you know obviously it's solved.
I kind of already assumed who the killer was gonna be.
Okay,
I mean,
got your detective
yeah.
glasses on, but worth checking out at least once because it is good. And I wonder where the sequel will go in terms of story.
Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like it's just like a
think
completely
Glass Onion.
I don't
different
think it'll be a
mystery.
sequel. I think it's more of a
It's
It
all
literally
movie?
says-
it's a standalone movie that's a part of the
That
same
features
franchise.
Daniel Craig again.
Well, yeah, it's like a whole different cast, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Except for
Same
A new
franchise,
mystery to
different
solve.
People.
Yeah, except Daniel Craig's the only returning character, it
Because
seems.
detective.
Yeah. What are you guys rating out of 10?
8.5.
8.2.
Okay. What about you,
Five,
Javier?
4.
It's a 7.
5.
I put 7.956 out of 10. Got to get all the right decimals in there.
Bro.
All right, let's look at some Molly ratings. The critics from Metascore gave it an 82 out of 100. Rotten Tomato meter gave it a 97%. Audience and IMDb 7.9 out of 10, and Rotten Tomato audience is 92%. So the average of all these scores is 87.5. Now, let's take an in-depth review of Knives Out. Starting from the beginning. So the family of Thornby. I was struggling. The Thornby family, I said it right now. A wealthy mystery novelist attends his 85th birthday party at his Massachusetts mansion. The next morning, Harlan's housekeeper, Fran, finds him dead with his throat slit. The police believe Harlan's death to be suicide, but private detective Blanc is anonymously hired to investigate. Blanc learns
Bro.
Harlan's relationship with his various family members was strained. On the day of his death,
Wait. Go back to that other picture. Just leave.
Okay.
And just leave it.
on
there.
the day of his on the day of his family's death, Harlan threatened to expose his son-in-law Richard for cheating on his daughter Linda, cut off his daughter-in-law Joni's allowance for stealing from him, fired his son Walt from his publishing company. So this is all stuff that happens later on. But what do you guys think of the initial mystery?
First of all, that kid is the kid from It.
oh,
brother.
that's Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Oh!
That is Bill.
Good
Okay.
point out.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I like it. I like the movie.
Well, yeah, but I still don't care.
So yeah, what are you guys' initial
Bro, I'm gonna cut you.
reaction to the mystery of Patrick Stewart's character being murdered?
That's
It,
not Patrick
you know,
Stewart.
It wasn't
No.
some old guy.
It did look like him a little
Yeah.
bit, but I knew it wasn't him.
It's Christopher Plummer.
Plumber. What did you guys think of the plumber's death?
I thought it was cool. You know, you don't see many murder mysteries happening
Not anymore, yeah.
Unless they're like in cartoon form and they're
Scooby
not
Doo.
very
Like
serious.
Family Guy did a pretty
Scooby Doo.
okay job.
That one was kinda
Family Guy?
boring.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it's
It was a big thing for the people at the time.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, a major character is going to get killed off.
I couldn't care less about this character, honestly. Like
The old man.
I
I
re-
didn't really like him.
I
Well,
liked
there's
him.
not really much of a
That's good
story
at the
with
time.
him.
At the moment, there was no setup.
Yeah, at
all.
the very
Yeah.
beginning, you mean?
Yeah, at the very
Okay,
beginning.
yeah.
Because
There's no-
that's what basically when he just gets
Yeah.
at the beginning. So there's nothing to go off of yet for me to like the character. So
It seemed very straightforward.
it's a setup. That's
Yeah.
all I know. It was a setup. And I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. Like who done it?
Who done did it?
Hell yeah, brother.
So unknown to Blanc, Harlan's nurse Marta accidentally mixed up his medications, making her think she overdosed him with morphine and was unable to find the antidote, apparently leaving Harlan only 1 minute to live.
This is actually
That
part
was good.
actually plays into something later that because this is never explained here.
What?
There's
So,
a certain moment right here that's never explained.
so wanting to save Marta's family from scrutiny, Harlan gave her instructions to create a false alibi and then slit his own throat. Harlan's elderly mother saw Marta carrying out his instructions, but mistook her for ransom. Marta cannot lie without vomiting, so she gives true,
That's a very convenient.
true but
disability.
incomplete answers when questioned.
Well, this is a silly movie in a lot of ways.
She agrees to assist in Blanc's investigation, and she conceals evidence of her actions as they search the property. When Harlan's will is read to everyone's shock, Marta is the sole beneficiary.
Damn, bro, that's like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going
Yeah,
off the
Wiki-
Wikipedia.
yeah.
Ransom helps her escape the family's wrath, but he manipulates her into confessing to him. He offers help in exchange for some of the inheritance. So what do you guys think of this whole... Let's
The
just
whole
start...
movie.
The whole movie. What do you guys think? Now, let's just start from basically, well, where we know that Marta's trying to hide evidence. So basically, that the two of them are in on it. What do you guys think?
I thought it was.
Or with the initial interviews of the
Yeah.
family, I guess.
Yeah, what do you guys think of all that?
All the family seems like assholes.
They were not.
are.
And they were all rich.
money hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they were
all
already.
They were leeches.
They were already rich business owners or whatever the
With
fuck.
the
No, I thought
exception of,
a couple. I
Walt
thought there was one of them that was
Thrombey.
failing. Like
Yeah,
the-
Walt Thrombey, aka Michael Shannon, aka Zod.
Oh my god.
He was like the poor one in there because he got fired from the business that he was help running.
from the guy who runs
Yeah,
the
so
old
basically
guy.
he was fired.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh crap, I'm screwed now. And so like when they had these interviews, like, oh, a lot of these guys, some of them have very strong motives in this situation here. Like Michael Shannon, I thought for sure he would be one of the main suspects because he just got kicked out, you know? We didn't get Chris Evans' interview at all, so we can't go off about that.
He
Yeah.
was late to the.
It was
party.
very clear they wanted you to suspect certain people.
Yeah, you know which ones. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, they all were hella
But
sus.
I was never truly suspecting anyone because the evidence is all pointing to Marta. Like, we were focusing on her.
Oh, yeah,
so
'cause-
I'm not really worried about the other ones.
Yeah, because the movie does a good job of making it seem like as if it was an accidental murder.
Yeah, it's a remix on an old idea, which was actually pretty
So-
interesting. It's a character that you like who accidentally killed someone, and you want them to still win out in the end and not get caught.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
say.
Well, the reason why I'm saying this is because you guys said that this movie does a good job of keeping you guessing of who could have done it, but I never was in that position. I was never truly guessing who did
Well-
it because I was too focused on Marta. It's like, okay, where are they going to go with Marta?
Well,
at this point?
at least for me, I thought there was more to it than just like as soon as she was like, oh, the thing isn't in the kit, I was like, oh yeah, someone took that.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think after that when Chris Evans' character offers to help?
Oh, that's a big skip. Okay.
I thought he was extremely sus.
Well, to be fair, if you see Chris Evans playing any other character except a good guy, you know he's going to play a bad guy. All right? So
What? That's like saying
I have not been wrong yet.
what the fuck?
I have not been wrong yet
What
about
the
this.
fuck is that? You're like, oh,
If he's
if
not
you
playing
ever
Captain
seen,
America, he's playing a villain. He's got a few movies.
he's Johnny
as an
Storm. He was a good
That
guy.
was
Not
before.
before Captain America. It doesn't count.
It was still
Gray Man.
That's 2 movies.
Yeah,
bro.
still, it's a track record. to
And one
keep
of them
track
just came out.
Exactly.
the great man.
I'm just saying. There's
Which
a
Ana de
trend
Armas
for
is
it.
also in. So that's another movie.
Okay,
these
that's the
both
only movie I'm
characters
basing
are
it off of, but still.
in. Well, I'm just saying that both characters are in this movie as well as that
I'm
movie.
just saying he was suspicious to me
I didn't-
mainly because of his track record.
I never
movies he played
realized
in.
how many movies she's in. Because she's
She's
also
fantastic.
in 007 with Daniel Craig. And
Yeah.
he's in this movie too.
What chick?
The main girl.
Oh.
Marta.
Oh yeah.
Ana de Armas.
Oh, she was in the new.
I
one,
love
right?
her, bro.
Huh? She was in the new 007, and she was with
In Blade
Daniel
Runner,
Craig
she was
in
in
Blade Runner.
too.
Knock knock.
Oh,
I love her.
I thought I recognized her.
You love her.
Yeah, I love her
Um,
as an actor.
Okay. I was
God
about to
damn,
question
look
you.
at all
What do you
these
love about her?
No, she does
Her
a
eyes.
fantastic
her
performance.
eyes are pretty. But back to the main topic. So Marta receives a blackmail note with a partial photocopy of Harlan's toxicology report. She and Ransom drive to the medical examiner's office, but it has burned down. Marta receives an email proposing a rendezvous with the blackmailer. Blanc and the police spot them, and after a brief car chase, Ransom is arrested. Blanc explains that Harlan's mother-in-law, Harlan's mother saw Ransom climbing.
I had a 90% I was pinning it on Chris Evans because he immediately was like, "Oh, did you get any emails?" And then debating her into checking her email to get the address, and then obviously the thing with the window where she comes down and then just like, "Oh, you came back again." Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the mystery was starting to unravel. So at the rendezvous, Marta finds Fran drugged, and she performs CPR and calls an ambulance. So what do you guys think of that?
The Hugh did this thing that was like I did not remember
Her saying Hugh.
yeah just the word the name Hugh said anywhere.
I thought
'cause
that
they just
scene
call
was
him
a little
Ransom,
bit
right?
of
Yeah.
I thought that scene was pretty bad actually.
Really?
How it was handed on a silver platter. Like once again, you don't hear the name at all. I think that was more of a let me pin it on this person since he's been here and he's a bit sus type of situation. Obviously, that's not the case, but
And how did he time it perfectly though, so that she would still be alive when
I don't
she
think he
got
was
there?
planning on her being alive at the time.
Hmm.
I think he thought she was dead, but she held on for
Yeah,
that long.
yeah. Well, he literally was like surprised. He was like, "Oh, she's alive."
Yeah.
And then
Oh, I thought he would have thought
He
she
gets
died because of the
debated
fire.
again.
One thing I didn't like about this movie is how little screen time the other characters had in this. Because if it was more, if this
So,
was
yeah,
more,
because
family
then
members?
you
if
would
this
have.
was more like a whodunit type situation, I was expecting more of a one-on-one situation between each character. And they
Yeah.
would
Oh, them
try to-
being
But
recurringly
they
interviewed.
fake out the game pretty quickly with
The rest of the characters.
like
having-
you lose them very. You don't care about them very fast into the movie. You know, like oh, okay, so these guys are obviously not gonna be it because they're already gone from the main movie.
They're
Yeah.
just trying to get her out of the inheritance.
That part, they are fucking. What's the word?
They're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna
They're
threaten
fucking
your mom.
leeches, bro.
I'm gonna
Fuck
threaten your
them."
mom and deport her."
It's like, but I thought it was a really cool scene where she's like, "So with your resources, you could save my family from it. You mean
Why is
the
there a picture of
resources
Jim Hal-
that
or-
I now own?" So I can use the same resources that you were gonna use to save me instead of you guys trying to blackmail me. So I thought that was a cool scene. Like
Yeah.
you guys suck at this.
So let's see, where were we? Oh yeah,
Keep forgetting this is empty.
okay. So back at the mansion,
Damn, bro, chill.
Oh, I need my.
You don't need that much
I
more
need my caffeine
caffeine,
fix,
bro.
no,
You
kidding.
don't
back
need
at the
that.
mansion, Marta finds a copy of the full toxicology report and Fran's cannabis stash. She gives it to Blanc without reading it herself. Reading it, Blanc sees it showed little morphine in Harlan's system and interrupts Marta before she can confess. Blanc reveals his deductions to the detectives, Marta and Ransom. After Ransom learned Harlan was leaving everything to Marta, he swapped the contents of Harlan's medication vials and stole the antidote so that Marta would kill Harlan and thus become ineligible to claim the inheritance.
All right, so at this point, like not at this point, but with Daniel Craig's character, throughout this entire movie, like there was a big emphasis on novel writing and like mystery novels, right?
Yeah.
I thought for more than I would like to admit throughout this entire movie, I thought that maybe one of these characters set this entire situation up just so that later on, like, one person gets away with it and they could write a book about this to make it be a really big seller, you know? So someone created this entire situation just so they could bank off the story, you know? So I was for sure like Dan Craig was gonna be the one because he seemed like he was really into this. Like he was a bit too invested into it. You
He's
know?
a good
But
You
he's
just played
already,
the
he's
role
already
really
got
well. That was all.
fame. He's
Well,
already
yeah,
famous.
I get that, but he was like too invested. It was a bit off-putting at times because of like the whole novel aspect of it.
So Marta actually gave Harlan the correct medication, subsequently recognizing it by
This is where.
viscosity, and she only thought she had poisoned him after reading the label.
Okay. That's the part where like I was like, did she actually not know, or did she, or something like that?
She
Because
didn't.
Well, because
it was never
she
explained.
well, she second guessed herself
Yeah.
because she knew that it was the right one based on her training, but looking at the label, she thought she fucked
I
up.
must
Didn't she
have-
know based off the weight, like when she picked up the vials, right?
Well, yeah, she said the viscosity, yeah, so how thick the fluid was.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
she
she
was
picked
able
it
to-
up, she injected, she's like, oh yeah, that's the right one, and injected it. But obviously reading the label, she's like,
She's like,
mind
oh,
fucked
shit.
her. She's like,
what
oh
the
shit,
fuck?
I just poisoned your ass.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
obviously Chris Evans didn't know.
He was just like, yeah, that was all
he
part
thought
of
she
my
was
master
incompetent,
plan.
but nah.
So when the death was reported as a suicide, Ransom anonymously hired Blanc to expose Marta. Fran saw
What a
Ransom
stupid guy.
Fran saw Ransom tampering with the crime scene and sent him the blackmail note.
He is so stupid for hiring the best detectives, probably. Like, why would you do that?
To throw off his trail, I guess.
It was
After he realized Marta was not responsible for Harlan's death, but Marta still thought she was, he forwarded the note to Marta and burned down the medical examiner's office to destroy evidence of her innocence.
It's so fucked up. He went through all that trouble just burning down the whole thing.
Building, yeah.
Just to make, but he wanted the ransom.
How
money.
did he
It
even
was
get
a
away
lot of
with that
money, I'm
arson?
assuming she inherited.
he threw a big ass Molotov in there.
It's like,
okay?
and it just all caught on fire at once.
Yeah, the glass melted and everything. It got super hot in there.
That is crazy. That freaking building, because the
If
building
you
was
didn't
made
know,
out
that
of
was
bricks. I'm
sarcasm.
assuming too.
Yeah, I don't know.
So like, how did that all burn down? Not explode, but burn down. 'Cause
yeah,
it's
that part wasn't very well
Magic.
written.
Yeah, exactly. It was all magic. I
Maybe the
guess.
blood evaporated. Who knows?
That's crazy.
So Marta tricks Ransom into confessing by lying that Fran has survived and will implicate him.
Because I didn't even see that.
It
And
was
she
sick.
vomits on him, revealing the
I
lie.
thought that because he was talking about lawyers and shit, like, oh, I'm gonna get myself out of this.
I'm a
And
lawyer.
like immediately, I was like, oh yeah, they're recording this. But I didn't know that she lied
Yeah, so that
about
part got
Fran
me.
being alive, and that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Except
Threw
for the
up in
part
his
of her
face.
dying.
That was the big brain mover.
And
Yeah.
The ending was so satisfying.
cop-out.
So, let me get there. So enraged, she attacks her with a knife, which Harlan's collection, which turns out to be a retractable
gag
stage
knife.
knife. With Ransom's murder,
Well, shit.
with Ransom's murder confession recorded and having witnessed his attempted murder of Marta, the police arrest him. Linda finds a note from Harlan about her husband's adultery. Blanc tells Marta he suspected early on that she played a part in Harlan's death, noting a small spot of blood on her shoe. As Ransom is taken into custody, Marta watches from the balcony of her mansion
I was
with
waiting
the rest of the family
all
together.
film long of when they were gonna bring up the fact that the girl's husband cheated on her,
Oh yeah.
because they brought that up and then they didn't really resolve it.
Could you explain the blood situation thing? Because I might have.
She had a
Yeah,
drop
so-
of blood from when the bro cut his throat.
She had it on her sneaker, and she wore those sneakers the whole movie. And the detective saw them upon their initial meeting, so he knew she was involved somehow, but he didn't call her out on it because he thought there was more to the mystery.
Okay, so that was literally it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, you were there.
He's like, I knew you were involved somehow. I just wanted to piece it all together.
It was very fun having
Daniel Craig.
the main character believe that they were the culprit and
Mm-hmm.
and Daniel Craig actually believing her to be innocent, or fake believing her to be innocent.
Yeah.
Because
Wolf Boy?
you just go through the scenarios of her trying to delete the evidence
Yeah,
on the
and-
tape and her going over her own footsteps and shit.
Yeah,
it was
they-
funny.
They made it seem like he was an incompetent detective, but he was just, I guess
No,
he was
he
just
w-
playing the part.
Yeah.
He was just like, well, I just wanted you to think
And then
that.
it ends with her coming out on the balcony, just drinking her coffee
And then the coffee
in a
mug,
cozy
like-
ass robe, just fucking looking down at
She was
them.
having a
Well,
good
the
time,
funny
bro.
thing is, like, she moved her finger, so it says my
Yeah,
house
my
on
house,
the cup.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's fun. That's funny.
The fact she could
So
get
they
in
all
the
got
house.
screwed over, which is funny because when Chris Evans' character was the ones getting screwed over, they were like, "This is a good thing for you."
Yeah, and not only them having to deal with the fact that she has all the money and the house, but then just seeing Chris Evans just getting locked up.
That was a good time for her. She's like so happy about
So
that.
funny.
But yeah,
Yeah,
when
their
Chris
whole family
Evans,
is
like,
screwed.
the moment Chris Evans' character is like, okay, he's obviously involved in this. He's watching him be the bad guy. Like, it wasn't. I know I'm basing it only off of like a few movies that he's played in as a bad.
One
as a bad
other
guy.
movie. What do you
Look,
mean
look,
few
man.
movies? One other
Hey,
Look,
movie.
man.
Aleksey, and another thing you gotta think about, this other movie came out literally this year.
Yeah, and this
So you
was-
cannot
like
base
if
it
you
off-
saw this movie
his
when
demeanor.
it first came out,
It's his demeanor.
you're such a fucking piece of shit. You're such a liar. You're just saying this.
No, bro. I knew he was gonna be a bad guy.
Just
Dude,
because
you
you
did
have
not
the,
know he was gonna be the
yeah,
bad guy.
you just
There's
have
no way.
hindsight bias.
No,
What are you guys?
I knew it.
What are you guys' final ratings for this film?
8.5.
It's still a 7.
What
What
was
is
my
that?
original answer? Oh, it was the Ugly Dolls.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch this.
I actually
didn't
watched
watch
this in
it.
theaters.
Oh my god!
You are
I
dumb.
gave it a 7.956 out of 10.
I give it an 8.245 now. I think I went up by like 2.
Wait, what?
You literally went
8.2.
8.2, and then you said 5, and then 4.
5, 8.
I don't know. I just gave it a random like decimal number. It went up
Come
to
on,
like
man. You gotta be serious about this, bro.
I'm gonna
You
give it
know-
a 7.003.
My answer pretty much stayed the same.
Let's look at some online ratings. This IMDb audience member gave it an 8 out of 10 with an excellent film by Ryan Johnson. Definitely, it feels like the film he was destined to make. Writing that is slick as hell, sublime performance, superb editing, and wonderfully atmospheric music, all tied together by masterful direction. Will probably be among the most fun you have had in theater this year, and fans of Agatha Christie and old murder mystery stories will have plenty of love here. A nostalgically entertaining
It was
time.
very cool to see, the modern the modern day with the old has been mansion.
Have they ever put any of Agatha Christie's books to film yet? Or
Yes, Death on the Nile.
That's Agatha Christie.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
that was Agatha Christie movie.
Weren't you the only one who watched
yeah.
it?
Yeah, I watched
Maybe I
it.
should
Was it
watch that
good?
now.
It was okay. It was.
I
It
just
was
don't
not.
like
It
the
was not as
actress
good
in it.
as
I don't like the actress.
Knives Out,
I don't like.
but it was still entertaining mystery.
Yeah, it was also cool that the fucking the guy who dies was a fucking mystery book writer.
really.
Yeah, the old man. He was the book. That's how he was so rich.
Yeah,
What the fuck? You got
I thought
an
you were talking
alien
in
head
real
right
life. I thought you were talking about in real life.
He looking like a xenomorph, bro. Look at
But yeah, just his quick-witted plan to try to help
Screw his
out.
family over.
Yeah, to try to help out Marta.
Marta.
Ugh, I hate saying it like that. Marta.
Marta.
But trying to help her out into not incriminating herself was fucking cool. Just him, since he's so used to making up, fake scenarios, it just came very easily for him, and it was neat.
I
This
like how well, that's because he thought he was dying, so that's the only reason why
Yeah.
he did that.
this reviewer
that
gave it,
sucks.
And he was very chill about it.
He's like,
he did
all
say
right.
He wasn't afraid to die.
Yeah.
this reviewer gave it a 10 out of 10. Beautifully filmed and thought out very well, which to me is good enough. Great ensemble cast that did excellent acting among adding hilarious parts in many scenes. Absolutely love Daniel Craig and Ana de Armas. Did awesome. I'm sure Knives Out has mixed opinions, but I am very glad to see an early screening. So this person saw it early.
Probably on Thursday.
Yeah. So with that, let's move on to content we've seen this week. What are some shows or movies you guys watched
I
this week?
saw a decent amount of One Piece.
Good.
Did they
it's
find the
pretty
One
good.
Piece yet?
Yeah. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
Um,
I'm thinking of picking it back up again as well.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you watch anything else?
Well, I tried watching Divergent series. It's not good.
Why, bro?
Because
Literally,
I was reading a manga at the time. Okay, so I just need some background noise.
bro,
Okay?
you're literally watching like high school girl like stupid.
It's
book
not very
shit.
good. Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It's like watching a worse Hunger Games for no reason. Like, why are you doing this seriously?
What else did you guys watch this week?
I didn't watch much.
I watched a new episode of Overlord.
Overlord.
I'm trying to finish the last Tower of Gods, but it got so slow at that. I was like, fuck this shit. I don't
You
want to
should feel
finish it.
ashamed for watching it.
That's
And then I
crazy.
also rewatched the whole In Another World with my smartphone.
Oh my god.
I read the
Another
manga for that.
isekai.
I rewatched
How
that.
do
I
they
was
get
like,
service?
what?
Bro, I read the manga a long time
That's what
ago.
I was wondering when I
dropped
saw the
it
title.
pretty fast.
Wait,
because it got
what did he
boring
say?
and
How does he get service if he's in another world?
It's too much of a
So God,
basic.
so in the
God
anime,
was like, here,
yeah,
you'll have
yeah,
service.
yeah. Legit,
That's
God's
really,
just
yeah.
like, here.
Have
He's
cell
like, can I
service.
just get my phone to work in this other way? He's like,
He has the
yeah, I
mini
guess
map
so.
on it and
he
everything.
just puts it with the service,
This is
and he
stupid.
can actually.
How does he charge his phone?
It is
It's so the other
It's
world's
magic.
magical.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's just
magic.
like zap zap.
Oh
zap,
my
What I
zap.
hate about it is that it's literally your basic isekai harem based. That's why I dropped it because you know what? I got sick of it really fast. I dropped
And
I
literally,
dropped the manga.
the
super
last
fast.
episode ends with like, yeah, the guy
'Cause
ends
I-
with
I-
like 9 wives. He
Oh my
just,
God.
Because when I got to this series, I already read like so many isekais. I was like, oh, okay, let me give this a shot. I dropped
Why?
it.
Why would you torture yourself?
I like isekai, okay, but
But why would you
a lot of
torture yourself
There
watching-
are quite a
Why do you
few
do
out
that?
there. There are actually really solid ones.
It's literally like they're mostly all the same, aren't
But
they?
they're
They all
not
have the
necessarily.
same concept.
They have the same
basically.
concept, but the story can differ. That's why I say don't write off all of them as trash because you will find really good ones out there.
How about
And
I wait
isekai
for-
also
how-
doesn't
how-
necessarily mean transported to another world. It could be a reincarnation. type of
Isekai
situation.
literally translates to new world.
or transported back to different times, such as like reincarnation type of situation.
So
It
stupid.
could also it could also be that.
I'll just
I was
wait
watching more
for
Criminal
a
Minds,
fucking.
and then I also was watching the new Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, show. Yeah, May's been watching
I
that.
haven't bothered.
And Tisha put it on. I watched like one full episode, and I was like, I'm not getting brain dead off of this, and I walked away.
So I'm just saying, if you like this guy, don't write off everything is bad.
I
okay?
watched a couple episodes of Better Call Saul. It's a good show.
What's it called?
Better Call Saul.
Who called him?
Oh,
People who want a lawyer.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't really watch anything. I just played
video
no-
games. Video
You
I
just
didn't,
been
I didn't play much.
gaming.
Actually, I don't know what I did this
Played
week.
Rocket League.
You played hella.
We played the Modern Warfare 2 beta.
Yeah, you played hella Modern Warfare.
Bro,
I
I,
guess I
don't
just did
understand how
more
you're level
reading.
30 in Modern Warfare.
Because
bro.
he doesn't sleep.
It didn't take long to get to level
He
30. It
doesn't
took like
sleep.
20
He-
matches. That's it.
He
I unlocked a new
literally.
character in Brawl Stars, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
like,
did.
I'm the-
It literally
Y'all
didn't,
play
didn't
a
take
lot of
long to
Brawl
get to level
Stars.
30.
I can't even
okay?
catch up.
It was very easy to do it.
Wait, what?
I said you guys play a lot of Brawl Stars. I can't even catch up.
Actually, you're
Yeah,
still
dude.
ahead of me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you're still ahead of me by a lot.
Dang, I
think
just got the
reason
battle
why
pass.
I didn't do too much this week is because I've been trying to get used to a shorter sleep schedule.
I don't know why you're going to
So I've been
torture yourself.
No, it's like 5 hours, 6 hours sleep schedule. That's still a decent amount. Okay.
That's Scott
I
level
can't wait
thinking
for
right
the
there.
job to
that is-
break
that is-
you.
so
Scott level
like if I go to bed at 10 o'clock, like right at 10, I'll get
8 hours.
8 hours. But if I go to bed at 11, I can get 7 hours. If I, I'm trying to calculate it perfectly so I can get maximum out of my own free time. You know.
You will. We get like 6 hours of free time out of the day.
Only 6 hours, bro. Shut the fuck up.
I also
Bro, how
watched.
much do you
I
want?
like free time.
I also-
I can sit in a chair and do nothing.
And you can also not work weekends, so there's a whole 2 days right there.
No, I'm gonna work those weekends and make use of it. That's what I've been
I
trying to
also
figure out.
watched Andor, the new Star Wars show. I like it so far. I only watched 2 episodes
You
out
also
of
got
3.
yourself a new fit.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Well,
very
I'm
cool
talking about what I watched this week.
I
That's all I
really
watched
need to
this week.
finish She-Hulk, bro. I need to
She-Hulk?
finish that,
Yeah, we talked
We
about what I
gotta go
did.
thrifting someday.
Thrifts. That'd be cool.
Seriously, do it because I need to do it. I have
Who's
like
this
no
we
clothes. I
speak
have
of? All
enough
of
clothes
us?
for like a full week.
So with that, huh?
Not even
yeah.
joking.
Well, I was asking Jesus who. When he
Oh,
says
they
thrifting.
just released a teaser trailer for Rick.
Oh, multiverses
Yeah.
in multiverses. All right. So with that, let's roll the credits. So
We
you
don't
guys
have
got
anything to roll though.
you guys got any recommendations for any media?
No.
No, I got nothing, Chief. I got
I guess
nothing to
try
wreck.
that new Modern Warfare. Game.
Okay.
What do you mean
Correct.
try it?
That's a
The
wreck.
beta
Well, you
ends
can't-
literally.
Yeah, don't try it
today.
anymore.
Don't
It's
try it
over.
anymore, but I would.
You should have tried it.
You
That's
should have
what,
tried
that's
it.
a
There
wreck.
you go.
You should have
Someone-
tried it.
I
one
remember
thing
when I
I
did
will
play
say
it.
about it is the people that tried this game, like besides us, are fucking sweats and campers. That's all it was. That was ridiculous.
Did it really feel like camper to you? I did not
That's
feel
because
any
you didn't
camper.
play the actual game mode.
Oh, the war mode
the
was-
the war
was
mode
had
just
campers.
No, I
released
did
the
play
war mode,
that.
actually.
I
Yeah,
did
that's the
play-
one where we
No,
drove the car
That
out.
was Invasion.
That game mode was terrible.
You did Invasion, right? But they just released
Invasion?
the other one, which
Oh.
is the war mode where you can pick where you spawn in. You can spawn in on certain people and all that stuff. That's
It's,
the new
it's
mode
just
they
it's literally just
announced today.
Battlefield. They're copying Battlefield's formula.
Yeah, but it's better.
I like
'Cause
no
Battlefield sucks.
Battlefield is more hyper realistic.
I didn't.
No, but
yeah, I don't
literally
like
the game
Battlefield.
mode where it's just
I know.
conquest.
That's I'm saying. I like Battlefield better in
But,
that
yeah,
sense
so-
because it's more hyper realistic.
Dude, I sucked
just
so
saying, the
hard
people
at that. You
that
remember
are
how
in
much
the
I
It's
freaked
fun.
out?
beta
Broke my
were fucking
controller like
sweats
4
already.
It
times
was-
trying to-
It was
Fun.
ridiculous. It's hard to try a game out when the only people that are playing the beta are, like I said, are just hardcore.
Well, yeah, it's all the streamers that are gonna take it like serious when a game launches. Opening
Well,
night.
even the beta has what's it called? The player
The matchmaking.
skill-based matchmaking. Yeah.
But it wasn't active. It not very active because, like I said, the only people that were playing it were sweats.
Yeah, I got my ass chewed out.
Same here, bro. I'm getting literally they snipe you from across the fucking map.
And then Jesus over here was just doing
He
too
was the
much. Yeah, I
slayest of all of
know.
us.
He was just like, let me walk away, bam, dead.
So next week we got Smile.
Oh wait, that's this.
This
Let's
week's
go.
thing.
Well, it's either so it's either Smiles Bros or
No, Smiles.
or
They've been advertising Bros for like half a year.
Which one
I
was
thought
that?
that movie already came out.
Which one was that?
they showed that there's an early pre-release that you could watch.
What movie are you talking about?
Bros.
The one with the two guys grabbing each other's asses.
It's the gay one or the Good
Just
House.
scroll up.
Or the Good House.
Scroll
That's
back
the
up so I can see what the fuck
Oh
you're
my
talking
god,
about.
I'm trying to figure out the
Bruh,
last
how do you
movie.
not know?
This
Jesus
one.
is right. They've been advertising this one
Let's
forever.
just watch.
Well,
Smile.
they actually dropped it. Like they showed it earlier
It's
access.
Tom Hardy.
I want to watch Smile because that movie actually looks good.
That movie looks like complete fucking garbage. What are you
Smile,
talking?
the horror
Yes,
movie?
it looks bad.
Well, either way, that's going to be the
Horror-
most popular movie this week because
Yeah.
it's got the largest amount of views,
I'm
I think,
not
on YouTube.
looking forward to that piece of shit.
I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm a bit of a horror junkie. So.
So with that, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for visiting the Sleeping Cinema. Until next week, peace out.
Deuces. It's almost a 2-hour movie.